All right, Amigos Family, welcome back. We're back with another episode of the podcast. I'm Joey. I'm here with Danny, and we've got something truly special, something really awesome today. We're going all the way back to Nicaragua, under the Rancho. It was a week where we had partners from all over the world, literally all over the world, came together under the Rancho at the Amigos complex.
Yeah, the week was all about one of our very favorite words, a word that we love, a word we wear on our shirt sometimes. It was Juntos. In partnership with Crossroads Church, we were able to bring organizations from all over the world to come and share stories and share learnings, share successes that we've had, and really just come together, be Juntos, and to be able to be friends and family for the week.
There was folks from South Africa, Guatemala, Nepal, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. And they were all just learning, creating new friendships, getting new perspective, getting encouragement from each other. They prayed over each other so many times throughout the week, got to share their stories. And it was just an energy. It was really like, and this conversation's really like a Friday night or a night Devo after a day spent in the community, working with the community, sitting around and talking about what was that like. And so this is what really happened. The folks from all over the world had an incredible week together in Nicaragua, doing all the things that we do. And then we were really fortunate to be able to record basically their reflection Devo talking about it all. So it's some really powerful Polaroid moments in the conversation, talking about how special the week was. And I think you're really going to relate to it, and you're going to resonate with pretty much everything they're saying.
It was super cool. Kristen and I, towards the end of the week, got to sit down with a handful of the people that were with us and just talk and reflect. And Joey, like you said, as if it were a Friday night Devo or a Devo in general, just to open up and share, this is what I experienced, and this is what I saw, and this is what I learned, be a little vulnerable and be encouraging to each other. And, we'll hear in this episode, there's some snapshots of people referencing kind of what happened with inside of them, saying, we have new hope, or we know that we're not alone in what we're doing, or, all of these ideas of how life juntos is ultimately better. So I loved being a part of it, and I was grateful to get to sit down with Kristen and ask some of those questions.
All right. So Amigos Family, settle in. Get your white plastic chair, pull it up to your spot in the Rancho, complete the circle, and just settle in with us and join the conversation. You're going to literally feel like you're sitting in the Rancho. Check out the light rain in the background. Just pretend you're there. We can't wait for you to see this. We can't wait for you to experience this. Thanks for joining us, Amigos Family. Let's jump right into it.
All right. One of the things that brings us together is literally the word Juntos. It's something that, you all have seen on the shirts as you've been here throughout the week. And it has been such an honor to have organizations that work, Crossroads Church up in the U.S. that has brought all of us together, Juntos, for the week. And so we're really excited to hear just a little bit about what brought you here, where do you come from, and what do you do? So I'm going to pass it.
Okay. Yes. I'm Lisa O'Neill, and I work for Cooperative for Education, and we serve kids in Guatemala. And I'm very honored that I was invited by Crossroads to be part of this amazing experience. And I feel like I made a lot of friends. And my goal of this week was to build relationships, and I feel that I accomplished that. And my goal in life is those relationships that transcend and that actually made a change in the world. So thank you.
My name is Clive. I represent Build the Future, South Africa, really. And our mission is to provide and supply quality education to early child development. And with that, kind of repeat myself, which is children have parents, and parents equals a community. Community has needs. So projects come at us left, right, and center all the time. So this is, I would say, the third time attending a summit. This one particularly here in Nicaragua. And I've heard so much about Amigos for Christ. And I worked really hard on coming here with no expectations. The beauty is meeting and bumping into people that we've met before on various occasions and summits, and now physically being here, seeing the similarities, just poverty, wearing a different jacket, and just my questions to you guys. I'm sorry that I often push buttons on the same topic, but yeah, there you are.
My name is Jamie Pearson. I work with Crossroads Church. I do trip operations, but also region lead for Latin America. So throughout the year, I have the pleasure to work with both Co-Ed in Guatemala and with Amigos here in Nicaragua, which is great. And like Clive mentioned, we do a summit try to do it on a pretty regular basis. But we had the idea this year of what would it look like if we took this on the road, right? We tell our people all the time, you got to get out of your comfort zone. You're not going to learn if you stay in your comfort zone. So how do we do that on a summit basis? And it's that combined power of bringing all of these people that are doing all these amazing things from around the world. How do we bring them together in a place where they can see change firsthand, right? So the week has been amazing on not only hearing from all of the partners that have different missions, but realizing that there's the same struggles, there's the same power, there's the same roadblocks, and we're all under the same protection and the same God that just loves and cares for all of us. And there's just a beauty in that. So coming together and you guys being hospitable enough to welcome us all in, it has been amazing.
Wonderful.
Hi, I'm Wendy Reinhardt. I also work for Crossroads Church. I lead our trips team, and part of what we do is not only send mission trips, but we also work with partners around the globe, like Amigos for Christ, and other partners that are here as well. And in our work, we have the opportunity to visit partners and to see what they're going through and to see the wins that they're seeing. And one of the great aspects of all of us getting together is being together with dear friends. And another is cross-pollinating ideas, because we all are getting better. And just a huge thank you to Jamie and to Danny for putting this together. It's really amazing.
I am Greer Scott, region lead for South Africa and the Caribbean. And I get to work closely with Clive. And also this week, I guess I'm here to sweat. And
Plus, that was
so I've done that some. And then really just to get to know all of these partners' names that we see in emails and hear somebody talk about during a meeting all in person, and getting to meet them as people instead of just as a name that we hear. So it's been really special, even from just like waking somebody up on a bus ride on our way back from the beach that we're home and it's time to go to bed.
I'm Laura, and I am the region lead for Asia and U.S. for Crossroads Church. This is my first time in Nicaragua, and it's been hot and wonderful. I've really enjoyed getting to just spend relational time with these partners that we work with. But also I love getting to celebrate them. Like for me, working with our partners in Asia and our partners in the US, getting to celebrate them and cheer them on as they share all the wonderful things that God's doing through them has been just a really sweet gift. And then, just to hang out and just do fun things together, like hang out under this beautiful facility in a thunderstorm. Like it's just been a really, really fun experience. So
Hello. I'm David from Apple of God's Eyes in Nepal. And what we do is we have shelter homes for survivors of human trafficking. And our aim is to give hope, allow to dream, and transformation to take place for Jesus to enter their lives and the lives of the people that God has given us the responsibility for. Overall, that's kind of what we do. And it's been unbelievable being in Nicaragua. And in a way, it's very familiar to home in some sense. And it's been initially when we first came here, we wrote in those cards, why, like, what's your goal? And mine was like to learn and get some perspective. And I've been learning and getting perspective every day. Every person I sit with and ask questions has been like, oh, this is a good idea. We should do this too. And so it's been great. And so I know how hard it is to coordinate things like this. And especially for us who come like from so far away, the cost of it and all of it. So it's been awesome. I hope it happens. Hope it happens again.
Of course. So David hit on something that I've just been thinking about constantly. You know, he mentioned those cards that we wrote on. And so the prompt was, let's share our names and our organizations and what we do. And then when you flip the card around, share your expectations or your hopes, desires, what you're hoping to get out of for the week. And I wrote new friends, which that definitely happened. New perspective, that definitely happened. And new hope. And that was the last thing I wrote. And I think those first two things stacked on top of each other is what's created that new hope. One of our foundations as an organization at Amigos is in Spanish. It's Juntos somos más. Together we are more. And this week, I think of all the years that I've been with Amigos, this is going to be my strongest memory of that specifically. Together we are more, of what happens when people from different countries, tons of different time zones, different types of work, come together with the same goal in mind. And that is, to make this world a better place through our different ministries and ultimately to glorify God through it. So I would just love to hear from everybody, what does that Juntos somos más mean to you? What has that meant over these past couple of days of coming together? So we can kind of go around it. We don't have to go around specifically, just whoever feels inspired to jump in and share. Let me know and I'll pass the mic along.
I can start.
Okay.
This time, I guess.
That's great.
This is a very Christian, like very stereotypical Christian answer, but the body of Christ works, right? And we see it. We see it now reaching, I guess, almost every continent, right? And so together, because if not together, then I don't think God would work separately. I don't think that's how he is. That's not what God is about. And so we see, like here, so much of the body of Christ coming together and reaching everywhere. And if it didn't come together, that wouldn't be possible. Clearly here, if every person here didn't have relationship in body of Christ, what we do wouldn't be possible in every sector, right? And so I really see that saying coming together when it comes to building the kingdom and serving the purpose that you were called to serve. I don't know if that's the right answer, but.
Oh, I don't know. I guess I can share.
Always up next.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
She likes to talk a lot.
She's like, oh, stop vinyl.
Hi, guys. Man, I think the thing that keeps kind of just percolating in my mind the last few days is just the Imago Day. That we have people all in one place that speak different languages, come from different places, have different perspectives, and each one of us represent a different facet of who Jesus Christ is. And I think that's the piece that it just really moves me in a really deep way. And I think in a time in our world where everything seems so divided, and even believers where, there's this constant fighting over all of these different things, I think you said hope as one of your things. This week's been that for me, as we have all these different representations of who God is here, and that you could look in the faces of each individual person and see Christ in there. And that just brings such hope to me. And I'm hoping to just continue to bring that perspective home with me. So.
I told you. Huh? Oh, I'm good. Even though words are this is not my strong suit. Danny, I told you this while we were on the bus. You were like, how was that when we had dinner at the beach the other night? And I was like, it felt like we were at the Lord's table when we were all sitting around, and it's just really special to break bread. It feels like when there's a meal served and you're all offered the same things, there's this great equalizing that happens. And to be able to share stories and laugh and cry and celebrate people who we met 20 minutes ago, their birthday, but really celebrate, actually celebrating their existence. That is, for me, what was just really special, and that there is a seat at the table for each and every one of us. There was enough chairs for everybody there to take a seat at the main table. Yeah.
Thank you. I do believe that we were created to be in community. And oftentimes, personally, I kick against it, because in my own private life, I'm extremely private, but I'm open with the communities that I serve. And if it takes coming across the planet to be in a community, well, then so be it. And then the scripture comes to mind for the last months and many years is that the fields are white unto harvest and the laborers are few. And just to feel that you're not alone. A lot of folks know the areas that I work in, for example. It's spectacular, it's beautiful. Poverty wears a different coat. And oftentimes you're driving along and that scripture is a reality. Otherwise, I would see more white pickups in my area, not one lonely vehicle riding through the valleys and enjoying the environment. But yeah, I just absolutely love and thrive on the energy between us. It's beautiful.
You want to go?
No, go ahead. I was just passing along.
I think, David, you maybe hit on this, and I have found it to be exceptionally true in that even though organizations are focusing on different things, whether it's community development, whether it's rehabilitation, it could be preschools, it could be clean water, a lot of different things, but the struggles are really similar. And I've just been so impressed by everybody's ability to sort of share the wins that they've had and share the struggles that they've had and be able to find out something new, be able to look at it from a different angle. And I think that's been amazing as far as togetherness. The other thing I would say as far as Juntos and togetherness is even though we're focusing on different things, we're all focusing on the individual and empowering the individual, and it's scriptural. And I think this week gave us a chance to sort of take a step back from the daily and really dream a little bit on what that could look like, which has been amazing.
You all have great answers. It's hard to follow all those. Yeah, right? Yeah, right?
I know.
He was smart. He was smart. I'm going first. Exactly right.
Questions. Let's
We're all going to be diving at you for that.
Maybe Mike told you first. I was going to preach and I'm going to go next.
That's exactly right. I think you guys hit on a lot of it for me. And like Clive had said, Individually, I'm an introvert. I'm a pretty private person. I'm love the people that I work with. And we had talked about how it's really easy, especially if it's not the region that I specifically represent, to be like, yeah, I've heard of them. I hear all the great stories about them, but I haven't had time to get to know them or even introduce myself or say hello. And so there's a beauty of breaking those borders a little bit and coming together and not just doing amazing things together, but just having fun together, being humans together, meeting new friends and people. I felt like by day 2, and this happens on our go trips because it's forced family fun. You're 24/7 together. But by day 2, we're all comfortable, we're all talking to each other like we've known each other for years. We're all just kind of joking around, poking at each other. Not like I ever poke at you, but it's an amazing thing that people can come from every corner of the globe. And the one thing that unites us is just heart, fun, laughter, smiles. We went and visited the school today, and with even the language barrier, everyone knows a smile, a high five, a hug. And I think just being able to share that together through the week has just been amazing for me, and how easy it was. There's no struggle in it. There's just an ease to it, which is great.
I just want to say that for me, it was really powerful doing a workshop that you have to put your struggles or your goals, even though they're crazy goals. And one of my goals was to change the world one country at a time. And what I realized, and I look at the table and I saw we are doing it. And that collaboration, it's amazing because we really are working together to change the world.
So when I think about that value that we have, Juntos Somos Más, it means a lot to our team. The thing that really has stood out to me, even in preparation for this time, is, we each have something to bring to the table. We each have, each of our organizations is doing something that's very important and valuable and needed in the kingdom around the world. But none of this would have happened this week without Crossroads. We, all of us probably partner with all different churches and groups of people that believe in the work that we do. And that is really, we're all very grateful to be on the other end of that kind of that love and support and encouragement. And I think the thing that really stands out of the Juntos Somos Más is that Crossroads has taken it to another level as a partner. It'd be really easy to, and God has entrusted a lot to your growing community. It would be easy to, send the mission trips and, send the support, and that's what we need. But taking it to that level of, we have these global partners that we work with, and we're going to figure out a way to get them all together. And this isn't the first time, like Clive was saying, we've all been in Cincinnati together, learning together, sharing together. To me, it's just an amazing thing to be part of, and that you would trust us. But just that extra commitment of building the kingdom. So it's a really great, I think, representation of what Juntos Somos Más means kind of for us as individuals, for us as, individual entities and organizations that are here.
Please.
Inspiring me. So as I was listening to both of you guys, and you had talked about how we're changing the world together. You're talking about how we have to come together in doing that, right? So I know we touched on it this week, but one of the things that we tell trip participants all the time is that we send week-long trips places. And so Crossroads can have trips all around the world and send people for a week with the best intentions and the best, go help people. And we're not going to do a thing, right? Nothing's going to happen. But to be able to trust our partners and be able to have partners that we know are invested in their communities, invested in the people that they serve, that they love them, they do life with them. Now we can send people for a week at a time because we can send them to come alongside you and just try to boost what's already happening every single day, right? And that makes it possible for our community to have a hand in changing the world. We can't do it without you guys on the ground and trusting you guys on the ground to be that heart and soul and know that you're not just doing it for the work of it, but you're doing it for the love of the people that are in community with you every day. And it's a beautiful thing for us. And it's a thing that we just don't even question. Yeah.
Wendy, you have something else you were about to say? Okay. I felt like there was something maybe there. I have a really specific image in my mind. It's almost like a Polaroid was taken and it was printed on the moment and I'm holding it in front of me. We had the opportunity yesterday, which doesn't feel like yesterday. Feels like we went a month ago. We went to El Bejuco.
Certainly does.
Yesterday, we went out to El Bejuco, which is one of the communities that we've been working in for a few years now. We were able to work on a water system together, and they're part of our Plan 7 program. And the community so graciously welcomed us to come and spend time just to share what it's like to be from El Bejuco, what it's like to have worked on a water system. And this Polaroid moment is we went on this bus ride and we said, all right, it's probably gonna be 45 minutes. I didn't time it. Was it 45 minutes ish? So we got out there, bus pulled up, and the owner of the home, Milagros, was standing there with the biggest smile. The biggest smile as we were walking up. And we kind of thought we might have to break the ice a little bit when we get there. The ice was broken. She was ready for us to join her in her home. And the Polaroid moment is the big smile never left her face. And we all went up and we gave a hug, or we had a handshake, or we had a high five. And I just thought, this is amazing. And then Manuel said something at the end of the day that really kind of just, it's in my mind. He said, hey, we went and visited some homes today. And he said, I just want everybody to know that this is a moment that families have been waiting for their entire lives. For people to come and show up at their door, say, I see you and I love you and I believe in you. And I think for me, the Juntos Somos Más is all of us also in one way or another have been waiting for this moment too, to be around other people that can see us and that can love us and that can take care of us. And that idea of, the doubt that comes into our minds of, can I do this? Can we keep doing this? We're going to make it. We're going to be able to keep going. That all of us have come together, and it's like, those questions might come up, but we're going to put them to the side because there is a dream and there's a passion that is way too big to let those questions come to mind. So Milagros for me was that example of, guys, I did it. And I want to celebrate that we did it. And I think for all of us, the conversations we've been having is we want to continue to celebrate that too, that we're doing it and we're not doing it alone. We're doing it together. And a couple of weeks from now, when we all get back to our spots that we're used to being in, I hope that these moments come to mind, especially in the hard moments. We're like, I'm not in this by myself. We're not alone. We're very much so not alone. We've got awesome people by our side. And that leads me to the next question. And I kind of joked that didn't yesterday feel like a month ago. We've done and lived so much that it can kind of be hard to not have it all just become one big blur of where there was just so much that happened and so many people that we met. I would love if everybody could share just one thing. It could be a snapshot of a moment, or it could be something that's like, wow, I want to take this and go see how this would work with our team, or how this would work with the communities that we're serving, the families that we're serving, the kids that we're serving. Just a moment that has stuck in your mind that you say, I want to do something with this. So what comes to mind? I was gonna say, is Jamie gonna go first, or is she gonna forfeit?
Very simple. the welcome that you guys gave us was so powerful. It made us feel so like part of your team, and that's what I'm taking. I feel that we should all make everyone feel welcome and enroll in our mission to make them part of who we are and what we want to change in the world. So for me, it was really, really powerful. And thank you.
Of course. I don't know what to say anyways.
I'm not letting anybody go first a bit. I let you because I like you. The welcome was amazing, and I think the takeaway also was throughout the whole week. I think the level of hospitality, you can't even call it hospitality. You felt like family. Like, it's just throughout the entire week. I like people that are randomly kind of walking through here or around. There's smiles, there's hugs, there's greetings like I've known you forever, and I've never met them before. And so there's just that feeling of peace and calm. And I know even when we send trips down here, that's like we get the same back. Like, we get that, like, hey, I just felt like home. That takeaway is just that feeling of not only the community that our partners that we've already commented on created, but just the overall feeling of being in this space and being a part of a bigger family is it's great. It's wonderful. And that and the fact that we've had a week, even though we have been running really, really hard, we've had a week to just step back from our normal, right? So I know for myself personally, having that week to step back from the normal, all the things that were in the air, all of the like personal and work and all of the family things, it was like, okay, wait, I get a moment to process it. I get a moment to think. And even we did a workshop with one of the partners today where we kind of like drew out what all of the things in your life were in a map, work and personal. And it was so amazing to just lay it all out. Like, take a moment, right? That little bit of margin to lay it all out, to say, oh, okay, now I can actually go to God and say, what about this piece? And what about that piece? And it just, that overall sense of, I need to take that back. I need to do that more at home. So yeah, it was a great thing.
Raising my hand.
Let's go.
Teacher.
Yeah, that was me. Never got picked though. I was too eager.
I think the way that you have shared your failures as like this, it's normal. These are normal. Like, this is not like happening overnight, and to invite us along in the journey so that people aren't feeling like they're failing because they haven't arrived yet. Even though there's no arrival, like, you're going where the Lord is taking you, but the invitation into those failures and how you've talked about it has just been really, really special. And yeah, I mean, even just personally, like, letting people know, like, you know, like, oh no, like, this went terribly for me, and letting them see that. Yeah, so it is big.
Because you don't want to talk? That's very surprising. I forgot my answer.
No, I'm joking. You were too excited for the roast that it's like, what was I inspired in, Sarah?
You're too eager for it.
No. Something that I will definitely take back. Well, I'm taking back a lot of things because I've been poking brains all week, but the essence of excellence and simplicity really speaks to us, like as me and Mamata in Nepal, because we are simple, but despite scale, you guys are still excellent and simple, and seems like to us a very good example of good stewardship. Even when you look around, everything is well kept, it's cared for, the people and the things. And so to us, that speaks a lot because, I mean, we all have seen many organizations lose that essence. Crossroads, for example, is where I initially picked this up of like, if you don't do it well, don't do it. Excellence is first. And so that's something that's really hammered in for both of us, especially for me. And do what you do well, do it for God, and don't lose that simplicity, that childlikeness, I think is the word I'm looking for. So that's something I really, everywhere I look here, and not just like the structures, but the people as well, of maintaining that simplicity despite scale, because you guys are not small. And so that's been really impactful for us as an organization to see you can get where we want to get and still be who you are in everything, right? In everything you look around. So yeah. You want to go now? Okay.
Or like what?
Is that okay? I think one of the things that I've really enjoyed this week is being able to interview and talk with a lot of our different partners. We've been doing a few workshops, and some of that's been interviewing them and just asking them some questions about why they're doing what they're doing, like getting to talk with you all. And I don't work in South Africa, and getting to hear you all's story. And it just reminds me of something a mentor told me several years ago, is that your pain can become your platform for power. And I think that's been super evident in these leaders for all of these different NGOs, of something in their life that was either really painful for them, or they saw something painful and they didn't just dismiss it, and they didn't just say, oh, I'm just going to look the other way and can just continue my life. I saw this for a reason. Lord, why did you have me see this? What would you have me do? And to see how many different organizations have created something not for themselves, but to love other people well and to care for other people well, has been something that has been just such a beautiful reminder of, God, what am I seeing right now that I need to be doing something with? Who's somebody that you want me to see, or whose story do you want me to elevate? And so it's just been a gift to be able to hold space for those stories and to hear the why for each person, because they're just incredible. Like, we're sitting among greatness. Like, that's just what I felt one of the days. I'm literally sitting in the midst of, maybe beside you. I just did. See, I got one. That's how it works. I'm just kidding.
You had a roll on that.
Yes.
You got us.
I got you. No, but I mean, I work with him and Mamata on a daily basis, and so I'm always in the space of greatness with them. But just especially with these organizations that I don't get to interact with daily, being able to see that and hear that, and it gives me hope, like what you talked about earlier. So. Do I get to?
I would just like to echo actually what David said on every point. And although I would say that everything you're doing is not new to me, but so many nuggets that I took out of it to better our own organization in terms of its structure and direction, and all the workshops that we've done. I'm a person, I just bullet ahead and then, crash, and that, that hurt,
That's something else we all have in common.
Yeah. I often, on my podium is the privilege of having 8 brains around the table, to bounce stuff around and say, no, that's a stupid idea. No, I've got to go and be stupid and then find out that it was stupid. But today, and again, based on what Wendy mentioned earlier on with those children and those questions, they are so innocent. They don't know any better. They're not here because they chose to be here. And the most amazing thing right across the globe is that thread that runs through these children of just pure innocence, and taken gently and nurtured where they can end up. And I think that's the essence of what we do. And just to see what you've done and how you've done it. I mean, somebody said today, I think it was Scott, he said, oh, we were yesterday and you mentioned the area that we were in, whatever it's called. And we were in the rainforest. What? Was I in a rainforest? That's getting written down. I'm very excited, you know. I go to the restaurant. Well, I figured Tobani and I came up with that. I think he prayed for it and he got a good dose of it in like 30 hours, you know. Yeah. So, I mean, I go to the restroom. I was looking for a place. But anyway, I went to the restroom and I walked through the kitchen and I just look at humanity and the people where they have to cook and just figure out our privilege. I work with people that operate in the same way and we try and make their lives lighter. And I think our mission in life is I don't want to change the people. I don't want to make them first world because they've actually got the answer. I just want to make their landing softer, you know. So it's been such a thank you, guys. I mean at the bottom of my heart. I mean, only in my wildest dreams would I sit at home and thinking, where should I go on vacation? Now, Nicaragua, that's the place.
The rainforest.
The rainforest. Yeah, I'm going there. Anyway.
That says a lot because I told him to go to Mexico and he said that it was too far away. He already said that.
We have done so many things this week. I mean, we have had long bus rides. We have sweat together, as Greer said. We have had belly laughs. We have had a mini hurricane almost blow our plates off the table at the beach. Yeah. I mean, we have done a lot. But there are actually two moments or times that really stick out to me, and they have something in common. And they've both been mentioned already, but one is when we were in the community. And the people that we met were not just talking about the changes in their lives, but they were talking about their participation in changing other people's lives. They were talking about being a teacher. They were talking about even at 16 years old, Gabrielle being a leader in her community, and so impressive. And that's one moment. And then another one is what Clive just mentioned when we were in the classrooms today. And sixth graders were talking about how they're learning about NGOs right now and asking us questions about how to be change agents in their communities. I mean, just crazy. And what they have in common is just something that's so beautiful is Amigos is not just satisfying needs. You are raising up communities and generations of change makers. And to what Lisa said earlier, as far as like changing the world, you are creating a model where people are changing the world in their communities, in their classrooms as they grow up, and it's inspiring. So
I can just add something, just to add on to that. That is a nugget now that it comes to mind, is using the community to work with their neighbor community. I work in an environment of jealousy. However, when we have a project like doing these most beautiful gardens, you look again and neighbor up on the hill there, he's busy hoeing his property, you know, so if you feel like it's catching on, but now I can take it more deliberate in terms of sustainability.
So my snapshot Polaroid, if I could print it off and take it home, it would be being under this rancho on Monday morning. This rancho, not just for our team, but many people that come visit, this is like our sacred space. There's so much that happens under this rancho. It's kind of like the heart of our complex, and just so much inspiration here, reflection that allows us to do what we do out in the communities. But something really special about this Monday, having and we got to share this with the team, kind of going into that time of worship, of having so many different continents and countries and languages and cultures represented under a rancho in Chinandega, Nicaragua. It's just like, only God could have thought that up, None of us ever would have saw this coming. But it was just such a beautiful picture. And this is what we shared at that moment of just, it's a glimpse. It's kingdom come, it's not someday we'll get to experience this in heaven. We get to experience it in the here and now and be the kingdom to each other. And so that was just, I wish I had a Polaroid to print that moment off and take it home with me. Yeah.
Is there anything else on our hearts, on our minds that we want to jump in and share? It can be a word of encouragement. It can be a reflection. Anything come to mind?
I'll just say one. Yeah.
Please do.
I have a colleague. I was very fortunate last year. The dark cloud was my colleague Philip. I think we nearly lost him definitely twice, if not 3 times. But anyway, with that dark cloud, there was a silver lining. We had probably the biggest growth in about 2 years, back to back. And at the summit, I was fortunate to take Tundi and Tubani with me. This time, I'm invited, and I thought, no, I'm not going alone. Philip can't come with. I'm going to throw Tubani under the bus. You're coming with me in case the plane, But I had prepped him and geared him, and your African culture, and we know how it works. We're going to a place where it's a totally different culture. So I'm fixing him. You know what he did? He just slipped straight into it. Cake in my face. Take that.
This is not profound, but you saying that reminded me we went to have dinner on the beach, and he, where I'm going with this. He ran right out to the ocean. We're all like standing in the shore, like, this is beautiful, this is wonderful, and he's like in the water, like swimming, and just watching him kind of bask in it. And then he came out, we started to have dinner, and Chico's leading worship, and it's downpouring. And I look over at Tabani, and he has the biggest smile on his face, and he goes, I prayed for this. And it just was such this like beautiful picture of we're all under, similar to what you were saying, and we're all under this beautiful, restaurant in the downpour rain, and we're worshiping together. I think we were singing Oceans of all songs. And he's got, the guy who just got out of the ocean is like, I prayed for this. Yes. But it just felt so sacred. It felt so holy, and in the midst of just the funny, joyful things, just that beautiful holy moment was just really special. So.
How do you know I had something to say?
I just kind of know, sensing
in the spirit. You're picking it up.
Yeah.
It's been really special to talk with, and I speak so very little Spanish, so everyone has been very gracious and translating for me. But to speak with the people who work here and who have continued to be elevated as they have built skills, and also just to like watch the Lord like take them through in seasons, month by month, year by year, and give them skills around like now what is a leadership position in an organization. And he gave them these skills like 6 months at a time. And the thought, I would never have been ready to do this. And hearing them talk at like high level businesses where I'm like, you lost me like 2 sentences ago, in where you're going strategically, but like on their heart for their community and where God has given them vision for the people of Nicaragua, for the people of Chinandega, has been just a really sweet and not humbling, but like just a sweet reminder of like, he's preparing each of us in our seasons for what's next. And so being able to like be in it and aware that this isn't like, even if it's difficult, he's preparing me for something. He's preparing me for what's next. So yeah, it was really special to spend time with people here this week at Amigos.
Your roast was too hard last time, Laura. Nothing else to say.
So sorry.
All right. You got something else? No, okay. Well, I'll just start to wrap us up, and then I'll let Kristen finish up for us here. But just wanted to say thank you. Greer, thank you. Laura, thank you. David, thank you. Kristen, thank you. Lisa, thank you. Clive, thank you. Jaime, Jamie, thank you. And Wendy, thank you. It's been an extraordinary week. And we talk a lot about that the best is yet to come. And I really believe that. And I think we are seeing the beginning of something, or maybe we're even in the middle of it. Who knows where we're at in the story, but best is yet to come. So thank you.
I think you said it.
Well, there we go.
There you go. I'm going to echo that thank you, and can't wait for us to show up where y'all are. Yeah. That's what comes next, right? Yes. Take this Juntos to another place. All right.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
All right. Flying in next week. We're ready for